Few things are less cool to the secular rationalist than the idea of praying. Praying creates all sorts of spin-off resistances to do with religion and school and going to church and all of these things that trigger people to resist it, and rightly so. What I'm going to try and argue here is that prayer is not only a logical thing to do, sometimes a necessary thing to do, but also a useful thing to do. I think prayer has been a kind of collateral casualty through the rise of atheism, and it's come to the point where we see prayer as like a naive Santa Claus wish list, where we go to God and we ask, oh, can you bring me a new MacBook Pro and a girlfriend, and I would like to have a better head of hair and feel good, and all of these things that I want. And sure, that can be an aspect of prayer, but I think that prayer is a logical way to live, because it's just about acknowledging how little control we really have over the universe. I don't know how you feel, but as I walk around my day, I'm constantly feeling that I'm trying to control circumstances. trying to control myself mainly. I'm trying to control people, and I feel that is possible. To a certain extent, it is possible, but the extent to which it is very opaque to me. I really have no idea how much I'm in control at any one moment. And so to pray is really to acknowledge how little control I actually have, and that there's something much bigger than me that is directing almost everything, if you think about it rationally, that goes on around, and that I can only really do what I do. And yeah, prayer is having the humility to recognize this as the truth. And there's something that happens when I pray, and I do pray from time to time, is that I find I come into alignment with my place in nature, which is very, very small, but also important locally. I can affect change in the lives of the people around me and in my own life. But I'm not a grandiose figure. There is something in nature that is always going to be much bigger than me, that will outlive me, that was here before I was born and will be here millennia after I'm gone. And in praying and having a conversation with whatever that is, I'm able to come into alignment with it. There's different kinds of prayer. There's the kind of prayer where we ask a question, where we're confused, or asking for guidance, or asking for a particular thing to happen. I remember before giving a speech at my mum's funeral, I was nervous. I had performance anxiety. I wanted to do really well and to do her life justice and to impress the people that were there, that were watching. So I go into the toilet cubicle in the hall where the funeral was, and I got down on my hands and knees and I just spoke to I don't know, God or the universe or whatever. I was just saying, hey, please make me look smart, make me look attractive, let me do my mum's life justice, let me let go. And I just had a little conversation. And I don't know if there is a higher power listening, or if there is anything really going on a spiritual level there, or maybe it's just all in my own mind. But in doing that sincerely, I found that I was able to get up on stage and give a really pretty cracking talk because I was just not getting in my own way. I've seen it as well in theatre, where I've seen groups of people do a little improvisation, and it's been so-so, but then they've gone back to do it again, and they've prayed together beforehand, and then they go up and it's just like, wow, something different happens, and it's much more connected, and something much bigger than their individual contributions comes through. So I'm still learning about prayer. I'm still figuring out how to incorporate it into my life. I don't have any religion or church that I belong to, so it is challenging to understand what it is and to use it sincerely. But it seems to be that being sincere in our prayers is an important part of having them work in whatever capacity that is. And I don't think making a prayer means that it's going to become answered. I don't think, maybe it's kind of the opposite. Maybe sometimes you pray for something and the universe shows that actually that's not going to be something for me or for you, but it'll show you more quickly. A lot of the time, I think prayer should just come down to gratitude, because there is a great deal to be grateful for, even in the darkest of times. And prayer is just about acknowledging, like I said at the beginning of the video, it's about putting ourselves into what I think is the right alignment with nature, where we're not the kings and queens of the universe. We're actually just pieces, and if you're a piece of something, it makes sense to acknowledge that and to acknowledge the whole, and then to come into life from a place of confidence, but also of humility. So let me know what you think about prayer. Has this made any sense? Do you disagree with what I'm saying? Do you pray yourself? How does that look? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments, and have a good day.